All right. Show. It's a
It's a show.
Hey, y'all. We have Shannon Watkins on the show. What's up, Shannon?
Hey, y'all. What's up?
Shannon is the man, the manin. Shannon is the manin.
All right. All right.
Yeah. Let's we were talking a bit, but let's let all our zero viewers know about our previous conversations. You're doing good.
I'm doing good. You're doing good.
Yeah, we're all doing good, man.
We're good, man.
Yeah, so yeah, this thing, as you can probably tell, is pretty freeform. Shannon.
That's that's how I roll. I'm
Cool,
down.
cool. I'm still trying to
I'm
get
with it.
your pick to put on the screen, but we're getting there.
That's cool.
We're getting there. But yeah, let's start with some conversational things.
Yeah, sure.
What's your favorite type of conversation? Let's start with that. Let's start at the basics here.
Man, I don't know. Just like random. What was the last song you listened to, you know? What was that about? What'd you listen to like this morning, you know?
Oh, dude, I heard that that song that's like "Heaven is a Place on Earth."
Yeah,
I
yeah.
heard that like
Yeah.
10 times in the past week because I started working at Stop and Shop, and it just
But
plays that all the time.
yeah. Is
Yeah,
that like on the
it's awful.
playlist or is that like on the radio or what?
The radio, yeah.
Who is that?
uh
Um,
Isbel Age, I don't know.
Heaven is a place on earth.
Yeah. So yeah,
Hold on.
man, there's up there.
Belin- Belinda Carlisle.
There you go.
Is that it?
That's it. That's it.
Never heard of her.
Yeah. I think it's
Heard
like a
that
one
song
hit
though.
wonder type of deal.
Whatever. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good hit,
What
I
have you
guess.
been what have you been listening to?
Uh, dude, man, I don't know. I guess like really early, not really Grizzly Bear, but Department of Eagles stuff. You ever listen to them?
Yeah, you turned me on to them when I was down in Nashville.
Oh yeah. Well, this wasn't planned in the conversation for that to go like that.
No,
Yeah.
no, keep. what
Yeah, they're good.
what's your
It's like
yeah,
what's up?
what's your favorite song by them? What intrigues you the most about their music?
Ah, man. It's really just like it's Daniel Rosin, who's the guitar player in Grizzly Bear. And it's him and like I guess it was his college roommate at the time. But this is stuff that came out in like 2000, like the mid 2000s, like 2004. But anyway, they have this album, I guess you can call it, on Spotify that's just called like Archives, and then I think it's like 2004 to 2006. And there's a lot of stuff on there. It's just like early. It sounds just early Department of Eagles slash Grizzly Bear stuff, but it really just sounds like Daniel Rosin. But man, there's some like really weird music on there. There's one song on there called Golden Apple that's just like really strange, but it has this like very Beatlesy outro. It's really cool. It's like, man, I tried to show a few people that music. Like I feel like you like when I showed them to you, I was probably really excited because I knew the kind of music you were into, and I was like, oh, this guy will get it. You know what I mean? But I've showed them to a lot of people, and they're just like, "Yeah, I don't know about that."
Yeah, I feel like it's out there.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't like when that happens. It makes me feel like, "Oh man, I was so excited to show you this."
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I feel you. I feel that when I show people the music I make, honestly.
Yeah,
It's like, oh man.
dude,
You yeah.
I was listening to the EP you put out earlier this year.
Oh yeah?
Is it Disconnect Manifest? Is that it?
Yeah.
dude, there's some like really weird but good shit on there. Like the end of is a song called Blue Days?
Oh yeah, Blue Days.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's
Thanks, man. Thanks for
my
listening.
outro.
Oh
Dude, of
yo,
course.
we have Evan Moxie Kitchener. He also live streams music. He's in the chat. There's a chat, man. He said,
Where's the
"Hey
chat?
guys." Oh, it's on YouTube. I can send you
How
that
do I
link if you wanna.
how do I send the chat or see the chat?
Oh, dude, I'll send you the link. You know, I
Dude,
should
send me
have
the
prepared better. I should have had this link going, but
it's all
I'll
good.
send this to you. Hey,
What how
hey,
about
dog.
this?
Hop up.
How about this? What did Evan say? You can be like my intermediary, you know?
He said, "Hey guys."
What's up, Evan? Moxie, is that it?
Yeah, Evan's cool.
What up?
He's from Australia.
He's from Australia.
Yeah.
What part?
Uh,
Perth?
Perth.
You from Perth, Evan?
I think he said Melbourne. Well,
Melbourne?
wait.
Okay.
He'll chat. He'll chat. I'm talking for him. Let's wait for. Let's wait for the chat here.
Let's let Evan speak for himself.
Oh, I don't know how big the delay is here. Okay, I'm sending you the link to the show. You can see that your picture is up. Oh, he's from Melbourne.
That's cool. That's like is that southeast? Maybe? I can't remember where that is. Wait, where'd you send me that link?
Oh, I texted it to you. Do you still have the same text
Oh yeah.
message?
Yeah. I
Text.
got it. I got it.
Cool. Oh, the thumbnail is wrong. Oh well,
That's fun.
I'll change it later. But but anyway, for a brief second, you were my dog. Let's get the dog out here. Stella, come here.
I am your dog?
Yeah. You'll see in the video real soon. Come here, dog. Hop up. Sit. All right, you're the you're the dog
Oh,
now.
nice. Dude, sick. Yo, oh, perfect. Nailed it right there.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
Oh, Melbourne is south. You were
Just direct,
correct.
like directly south or what? Where are we at? I could look at the map, but Evan, I'd rather just talk to you. Like you're from there, you know? I could Google this. I'm on a computer.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Whatever. Dude, how'd you get your dog to play that drum machine?
You know what I did? She sat on the chair and then I took her paw and then hit the keys with her paw. It was a complex operation, but I think she enjoyed it. I think she's gonna start making beats for a living.
You think she enjoyed? You were very accurate, I feel like. You know what I mean? It's
Oh,
pretty.
for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Honestly, let's be real here. There was some studio magic involved in the dog beat.
No.
Yeah, I
No.
overdubbed those drums after I got that
No.
video. I know.
What kind of an artist are you, John?
I know.
What kind of an artist is your dog, John?
Yeah, this is all on the dog. This isn't me.
Oh,
She
Evan.
should have done it.
Evan's curious about the dog. No, Evan, this was a Instagram post where John's dog, remind me of your dog's name?
Oh, Stella.
Stella was playing his drum machine
Yeah,
listed
yeah.
on John's right.
Yep.
Right in the foreground of the red trombone.
Oh, right. Oh,
Yeah.
let's play that for you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. Oh, let's talk about some music. What have you been working on?
Man, so I guess lately I guess it's hard to say, but me and my buddy, so I used to be in a band called Mother Nurture in Chattanooga, which is where I'm from.
Mhm.
And I had a buddy that I met in that band, and we just really hit it off. We're really close and good friends, and he and I just haven't really been on the same page for the last, 3 or so years, to play music together, to work on stuff, and it sucked 'cause, I'd been kinda working on my own and releasing a lot of stuff on YouTube and stuff like that, and he was always someone that, I really wanted to be involved with and have on my side, and it just never we just weren't really, at points in our lives where we could really work together. But more recently, we've been hanging out more and writing. And dude, he's crazy. He like already found uh, a few people that kind of want to meet up and at least talk about playing. So that's pretty awesome. Like starting a band is definitely where I'm at, and what I want to do. But that's just like that's hard. Like people
Yeah,
have lives, and it's hard to find people that um you A see eye to eye with, and B want to do it, and then B or C have time to do it. So
yeah,
but
man. Yeah.
that's kind of where I'm at. I have been writing a lot. I haven't been releasing at all.
But you just
But
you just put out something not too long ago. That was really cool stuff. What was the inspiration for that?
um what stuff are you talking
The
about?
the EP you put on EP. There's a couple like
Oh,
singles sort of attached to it, I
yeah,
think.
yeah. Yeah, well, I how I did it on my channel was just like it's a 3-song EP, and then I just put them out, like, individually as well.
Mhm.
So, basically, I've tried to make it as least annoying as possible for anyone who wanted to listen. Like, if you wanted to hear a particular song of mine, then you didn't have to sit through the whole EP, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I don't know, I guess the inspiration for that was, like, it's hard to remember where I was at in my head during that time. I think that was, like, early this year. Um, man, I don't know. A lot of it was probably, um, like, Daniel Rosen inspired, and I don't know. It's hard to say where it's hard to remember where you were at, where your head was at when you're writing stuff. I'm sure, like, if I asked you the same question about Manifest Disconnect, it probably seems like a year away from you at this point. You've released an album since then, so it's like, man, I don't know. Hey,
Yeah,
Shiva
yeah.
Yingam. Sorry, I got distracted. But yeah, it's hard to say sometimes where the inspiration comes from. But yes, Evan, to answer your question, I'm a big fan. Less so like I guess someone would like jump to a name like Brian Eno or somebody like that. I've never really gotten into that ambient of stuff, but like Radiohead's one of my favorite bands of all time, and the stuff that they put out, like OK Computer and In Rainbows and stuff like that, like changed my life. So I definitely enjoy like the ambient side of like, I guess, alternative rock or maybe indie music. But yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
What about you,
dude.
Evan? Evan, what do you like? What kind of music? What's your favorite band, Evan?
Oh, I know that answer.
Yeah.
Ween.
Dude, Sigur Rós. So I've never Ween's pretty cool. I've never gotten into Sigur Rós, but I did hear a song the other day. I was like, I've been listening to the Spotify like daily, whatever, made for you,
Oh
whatever,
yeah, yeah.
and oh man, it's so good. But some song came on, and then it was like pretty much orchestral. It was like 10 minutes long, and it was all like strings and stuff like that. But I was like, man, who's this in it with Sigur Rós? And I was like, oh man, I've never really gotten into them, but I feel like I would enjoy it. I know they like have essentially written their own language to write lyrics. Is that right?
Yeah, I was confused about that because aren't they're from like Iceland,
Iceland?
aren't they? And
Yeah.
then
Yeah, yeah.
I like
That
the song Gob. They have a song called Gobbly de Goop. No, Gobbly Goop or something.
I think I'm familiar with that. I think I've heard of
But is Gobbly Goop like an Icelandic word? I,
that. Evan, hook us up. Is gobbledygook an Icelandic word?
oh, they made up their own language.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's what I had kind of heard or read, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
But
cool.
yeah, they're cool.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
What's what type of music are there any like throwback artists like 70s, 60s, 70s, I don't know. People that you sort of cite in certain cases?
Um, what do you mean sight? As
Like I think everyone mostly what you hear I guess is like the Beatles. You think of the Beatles.
right?
Is
Yeah,
there
yeah.
yeah, what is there like maybe something you grew up with maybe something you heard throughout your childhood that sort of stuck with you. Do you like
Um,
have any of those that sort of like come up every once in a while and you're like, "Oh,
no,
I
not
remember
really.
that."
I guess it was strange when I was like younger, you know. I think like I think when you're like 10 years old, you hear some music that like changes your life, you know? So
Mhm.
but to answer your question, I guess when I was growing up, my mom was a choir director in a church,
Mhm.
and she's really, really good. Like she was having all these like national articles being written about her, and
Oh, wow.
so I was doing that like 3 times a week. I was sitting in the crowd, like, watching her practice, you know, with this orchestra and choir and all this. So I kinda
Yeah.
grew up around religious music, but it was weird, like, when I was a young kid, I never was interested in music. I was into sports, and I did all that. I had, like I guess I had some interests because my parents tell me stories about, like, sitting at the piano and like playing things that I had heard on the TV or whatever, you know. But man, I'd say when I was like 10 years old, I had an older sister. I have two older sisters, but my the middle sister, um, she had you remember Windows Media Player, like LimeWire and all
Right,
that?
right. Yeah.
Yeah. So she had TV on the radio on there, and, dude, she had TV on the radio, and she had a song called "Dreams" and a song called "Blues from Down Here," and I heard those songs when I was 10 years old, and they blew my mind. I was like, "Oh my god, what is this, like, indie weird music that's just, like, so cool?" And then, I think from there, she had some, like, Mogwai songs, you know?
Right. They're
And
cool.
man, I just got turned on to some really, like, ambient, groovy stuff a little too early, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like, I remember going to school and, like, the cool kids being like, "Oh, man, my dad lets me listen to Pink Floyd," and, uh, and I was like, "Yeah, I've never heard of that," but, my sister showed me Radiohead and TV on the radio and bands like that, so I feel pretty lucky about that. Like, there's whenever I hear those bands now, it's like, man, those are, like, indie rock royalty bands, you know?
Yeah, man. That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
super
What
cool.
a what about you? Like, dude, I'll tell you this, I was listening to the album you put out, um,
Oh, cool.
and
Cool.
I remember listening through the first song and being like, "Man, I wonder," like, you were into the Talking Heads at one point, like, a lot, weren't you?
Yeah, a brief period. Yeah,
Yeah?
I keep like even from multiple people I've heard talking heads.
Yeah.
But
It's your voice, I think. It's your, like, delivery,
oh
you know?
yeah, yeah. David Byrne is awesome. Oh my god.
Yeah,
He
he
knows
is.
how to deliver a vocal performance for sure.
Yeah,
But
he's crazy.
oh yeah, yeah. Definitely.
But what about you? Like, what kind of, like, at the beginning of your, you know, adolescence,
Yeah.
what did you hear that was like, "Oh, man, I gotta do that?"
Let's hmm. I know when I was growing up I heard a lot of just yeah, classic rock from my dad, like Blood, Sweat and Tears, even Chicago, like that sort of
Yeah?
horn driven type of type of rock music.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think like sort of that, and then being constantly uh exposed to Christian mainstream rock radio sort of I think did a number on me. I don't know if it's in a good way or a bad way.
Yeah? A lot of
But
Hillsong United?
yeah, yeah, like that. Yeah. Uh
Did you ever hear any Michael W. Smith?
yes. Yes, Michael W. Smith. Yep.
Yep.
Man.
That's cool.
So I think my musical most of my musical the places where I go with it is sort of trying to like get away maybe from what I know, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like I feel like getting away from what you know. That's interesting. I
Yeah,
wonder
I don't know.
like
What are you thinking?
I don't know. What do you think that's like? Because I like you say Chicago, I definitely hear that like you have a trombone right there. You definitely put a lot of like horns, especially on the album, less so on the EP that you put out earlier. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Oh, the
Ship.
drum pad's distracted. Sorry about
I
that.
like I like it. I think it's pretty cool.
Maybe if I like put like
Oh, that's
foil
good.
on it or something, maybe it can like
Nah,
reflect.
I dig it. It's giving me like a sense of like of tempo. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's cool. So would you say your main guitar? Sorry. Would you say your main instrument is the guitar?
No, not at
Oh,
all.
what is it?
Ah, man. I guess I really started like I really started on drums, I guess, like if you want to count
Cool.
like formal lessons. I don't know. Did you take any like formal lessons or anything like that?
J- a little bit in like high school, like on guitar. It
Yeah.
was pretty brief though.
Yeah. I so I started doing like percussion in middle school. I did like the whole 6th grade. I was in percussion 6th through senior year of high school, you know, or whatever. But I guess like before that, I was always kind of like tinkering on piano at home because we always had one. So I would kind of mess around with that, and apparently I like showed some ability to learn stuff because my parents were like, yeah, you were always, you know, when you were like 7 or 8, you would hear like a TV and you'd run over and try and like pick it out or whatever. But I don't really remember that. I remember learning drums, and then obviously like in percussion you learn yeah, I just noticed that too, Shiva. Like the microphone at the top is like pointed at me. It should be pointed
Yeah,
down a
dude.
little bit more.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh
Can you
shit,
can you
sorry
hear
about that.
it? You're good.
Oh,
Yeah, that's good.
cheap
That's it.
plastic.
That's good. But I guess like doing percussion you learn like marimba and all that shit. So I remember like going home and like I just spent the day like learning a scale at percussion or whatever. And then I would go home and be like, "Oh, this is exactly like the piano." So I can kind of like I don't know, I guess I just started piecing that together. And then I did I remember dude, it's crazy. Let me ask you about this. Do you feel like as you get older, like your attention span is going down a little bit? Like I used to sit at the piano when I was probably 12 and didn't know anything about it. I used to sit at the piano for hours and like teach myself stuff. But now that I'm like older and I know a little bit about the piano, it's like if I sit there, I start like overthinking and like after like, 20 minutes, I'm like, I'll figure it out later.
Yeah, I feel
You know
you.
what I mean? It's hard. It's crazy when you're a kid, like, you're just like, let's go for it." Like, it doesn't matter, you know? You have no idea, you don't know any better.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It really
It's
really
cool.
helps with creativity when you're a kid too.
For sure.
When
I
you
I
learn about math and all that fun. No, it's just math is good. Just kidding.
math is good, man. Math is music.
Anyway, go
Music
on.
is math.
Oh, hey, music is math.
It is, man. It is. It's shapes and math.
Especially
But
when you get into like serial, like atonal stuff. That's just straight up math at that point. Oh,
yeah, I
yeah.
don't I don't get down on that. I'm not that serious.
Gotcha, gotcha.
It's crazy though, like, when you're it's cool. I don't know. I just think it's cool, like, when you're younger, like, you just have no it's almost just like you have no fear, you know? You're just like, I'm not doing this for any purpose or anything. I just go for it." And that's when things are the best. So it's like now when you know, when you're 26 like I am, it's like a lot of the times when I'm writing music or trying to come up with an idea, it's just like what's not the best comes from when you aren't thinking at all, you know. The best comes from when
Man.
you just like do something and you're like, "Oh, that's cool." Like dude, I was mentioning me and my buddy who recently like regrouped and have been working on music. Like we got together a few weeks ago and we're just gonna write a song, you know. And I brought all this stuff to his house to set up all this recording gear, and I just brought everything I had just in case anything came up, you know, whatever. And what ended up happening was like he plugged in his guitar and was like making sure everything worked. And he at the same time I was like making sure all the recording stuff worked, and I just hit record and started doing it. And dude, he just played this thing while making sure his guitar worked. And that ended up being like our idea, you know, just the first thing he played. And that's so like that's kind of like the idea behind what I'm like I guess talking about is like the best stuff happens when you're not even like really thinking about it, you know, when you're not trying too hard.
Yeah, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm a big proponent of that. Like don't, you know, like like when I started my YouTube channel to release music, it was honestly more of a personal challenge. Like I had been like I mentioned earlier, my mom was a musician. So I often like get advice from her, and um she has been like this really good person at being like, okay, here are your faults, you know, here's how you need to go about like attacking them if you want to succeed at what you want to do, you know. So her big point to me was like, "Hey, you obviously have some like perfectionist issues, and I think they're going to end up holding you back. Like what you need to do is just write a song and release it within a week, and that forces you to not like overthink anything
Hmm.
and just to like you have a timeline and you have to get it out." So that's what my YouTube channel was and started out as. Dude, Shivo has a question.
Oh, what's
Which is better for recording? For oh, okay. Out of Mac or PC, which is better for recording, production, price point? Okay. Recording and production. I mean, I guess I can only speak from personal experience, but this is what I would assume. Recording and production, probably Mac. Um, just because I mean, in my experience, like I work on Logic, and I think Logic is great for like songwriters because it's just so easy to use, and it's so like helpful in songwriting. But I don't know much about PCs. I would wager that a PC is way cheaper than a Mac because Apple is like, you can't, you know, you can't get away from us. But I don't know, John. I guess you can chime in too. But like we both work in industries where we kind of have to have an Apple.
yeah, yeah. I
It's
agree with you. It
we
yeah.
know they have us by the balls though. Like we know that.
Yeah, yeah. It is
I
really expensive though. It is pretty
It
pricey to get a
is.
Mac.
I've used both, but the last time I had a PC was in college, and I was only in college for a year, and that was about 6 years ago. So it's been quite a while there, Shivo.
Mm.
Shival. Shival?
Shivo. Well, I call him Shiv
Shiv
Jim. I call him Shiv
Shiv
Jim.
Shiv Jim.
Yeah, when he first came on, he said to call him Jim. So now I combine the two.
All right, that's cool. Mr. Tatum. Wait, what do you mean? What does he mean by that?
Yes, Mr. Tatum. It's class. We're in
Yeah,
classes in session here, Shib Jim. What huh, song a week. Yeah.
nah, I had you. I got you. Yeah, yeah. So that was like the challenge, and I think I don't remember how long into that I got. You know what I mean? Like I definitely did it for at least 12 songs. So 12 weeks in a row I wrote and released the song um by the end of the week. And
Yeah,
I
that's
think
cool.
there's a lot of people that do that though. I've read about a lot of people doing that.
Yeah,
Um,
Evan here like live streams like once a week and puts out a song and
nice.
yeah, you might
Oh,
like
that's
his
sick.
channel. You should later on. You should you do the boop boop the click on the button.
Is
Anyway,
that Discord or YouTube?
YouTube. Yeah, YouTube.
Oh
Uh,
shit.
yeah, dude. Yeah, you'd enjoy it. It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, I got you, Evan. I got you copied and pasted right now. What do you think of
Whoa, copy paste.
that? um, yeah, it's pretty hard. Like I think especially like I don't know. I'm not sure what kind of bless you. Was that you?
No, Alex, my girlfriend, sneezed out in the other room.
Oh, what's up, Alex? John's girlfriend.
Shannon said, "Bless you." She said, "Thanks."
I didn't know you had a girlfriend.
Oh yeah, we've been dating for about 4 years now.
Nice. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's not crazy, not literally crazy, but that's cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're living together now. We're yeah, we're doing the I guess adult type thing, being adults or something.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm still working on that.
What?
That's hard. That's a hard thing to do, you
What?
know?
Are you are you living with wait, well, we don't want the internet to know where you're living. Are
Yeah,
you
yeah.
living with Lucas still?
No, no, I moved out to Hermitage actually. I moved.
Oh, wait, how
I
far
was
is
in
Hermitage from
it
Nashville?
it's not far. It's only about 20 minutes east.
Oh, okay, cool,
So
cool.
it's like past East Nashville, which is where I was.
Yeah,
It's
dude.
kind of out in the not in the country for sure, but definitely like the suburbs.
Yeah,
It's
man.
nice.
So, oh, we gotta let Evan and Shiv Jim know about your work at Blackbird. About yeah, because Blackbird's a great studio, awesome studio. So
Yeah, it's
what
pretty.
so what work are you? Oh no, let's start at the beginning. How did you
Yeah.
first get into Blackbird? What was your first sort of role there?
Hmm. Well, I guess as a student, that would be like my first role. Um, they have a school at Blackbird called the Blackbird Academy, and um, I went there about it was October 2014, so coming up on 5 years ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I did not know anything about audio. I don't know why I decided to go there. I just knew that I wanted to be like around music, and I I just needed to be in a place where people were like the best at something. I felt like that was more important to me than being like, okay, I'm gonna get a job at a recording studio. Like I wasn't even thinking about that.
Yeah,
But then after that, I just jumped straight into interning, and then I got really, really lucky and got hired as the night manager. Uh,
that's awesome. How long did it take you to go from intern
um,
to a manager?
6 months exactly.
Damn, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was cool. But yeah, I got really, really lucky timing and all.
Yeah,
But
dude. It
yeah,
was it
been
was
working there.
it was always awesome when you were managing, doing the night managing when I was interning.
Yeah, yeah, we had fun. It was a good time.
Yeah,
I know
dude.
I know I was your favorite.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. I remember even talking to Austin at some point. He's like, "Who's your favorite night manager?" I'm like, "Ah, Shannon." He's like, "Yeah, yeah, Shannon was my favorite too." Yeah.
Austin is also another night manager. So that's who I live with now. I don't know if you,
Oh,
but yeah,
cool.
yeah,
How's
me
he
and
how's he
Austin live together.
doing?
He's good, man. Yeah, he's good. He's at work right now.
Oh, nice.
Shiv Jim has a question also. What
Oh,
are my views on electronic music and the increasing popularity of synths in general? Man, I love electronic music. I don't think that I am like uh like the not, I don't want to say typical because that makes it sound like I'm trying to say that I am like whatever. But I guess I don't really seek out electronic music, but I like a lot of artists that delve into that. Like, um, I mentioned I love Radiohead, and like Tom York does like in my opinion, he makes really cool electronic music, and even
Yes.
Radiohead from time to time makes really, really interesting electronic music. Um, and dude, I think like on the topic of like synth versus acoustic, like I think the like marriage of those two is the coolest thing, right? Like, um, man, there's nothing. I'm looking into this synthesizer right now to get that it's a profit. I'm sure, like if you're in electronic music, like you know what a profit is. But like, man, I've heard there's so many songs that indie rock or rock in general uses a profit that's just like holy fuck, like that is the coolest sound of all time. Um, yeah, I remember the first time like hearing a real analog synthesizer in real life and just being like, "Oh my god, you cannot like you can't replicate that," you know? It's just so like cool. And I hate to say like the cliche, like it's so warm, but man, it's just like when you hear it in a room, you're just, oh man, it like fills you up from the inside, you know?
Yeah, that's awesome,
And
man.
yes, I get it. Fills you up from the inside. It's a sex joke, you know. It is.
It is?
That's how it is.
Oh, I thought it was like food.
Where do I see the scene for both in 10 years? Man, I can't really like
Mm.
I don't feel qualified to talk about the electronic music scene. Um I think I think if anything we'll probably see like just more marriage between the two, like more like converging of the two, you know? I don't, and even saying that, it's like, is there really anything separating the two right now, you know? I mean, I know there's artists that are like, I am an electronic artist and that's what I do and that's who I am and that's great. And then
Hmm.
there are artists who are like, I am a rock and roll star. I do this and I do nothing else. There will be no synthesizer in my band. But but man, I think that if you're like a music lover in general, I think that you can recognize that like the two don't have to remain exclusive, you know? I think that if anything, we'll just see like more interesting uses of the two together. So I think that's where I see it going. And I think that's cool. Like it's pretty cool when you hear a rock band with like some nice synthesizer work. It's just like, man, that's sick, you know?
Yeah, man.
There's no reason for a rock and roll drummer to not be able to play a drum pad and like trigger a loop and then go do something else, you know?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Let's give drummers keyboards too. They can drum and keyboard at the same time. Come on, drummers, step up your
Yeah,
game,
man.
man. We
Or
were talking
even just
about
like
oh, what's up?
no, go ahead.
Oh,
You're
you've
good.
been talking about marriage of music. What about the polygamy of music? Where do you see that going?
What do you mean by that? Polygamy of music?
That was the end of the joke. I couldn't think further.
I guess that is where I see it going, you know? Like
Okay,
get everybody involved, you know?
yeah,
Let's
dude.
get let's get Mormon up in here, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Mormon. Wait, I haven't seen Mormon music. Hey, we can tap into that. Wow, man. Mormon
Um,
EDM. We gotta get on that.
yeah, yeah.
All right, cats or dogs from Shiv Jim. The serious question: cats or
Man.
dogs?
Can I say both? Is that lame? I like both. Both are cool.
Lame. Lame. No, I like
I
both too.
we
Yeah,
have
I'm
we
with
have
you.
both we have both where I live, so I don't feel like I can.
What kind?
So well, they're not my dog. They're not my dogs and cats.
Mm.
Sorry, I got distracted by Shiv Jim calling me lame. But they're huge. One of them's a poodle mixed with a Bernese Mountain Dog, so he's massive. And then one's an English Spaniel, and then one's just like a black cat. So,
That's cool.
but yeah, man, you know what? Fuck that. I'm changing my answer. Cats, because dogs are annoying. These dogs bug me.
Yeah.
I just got home. I want to relax. I'm just kidding. I love dogs.
No, I feel you. I feel you. So, oh, let's get back to Blackbird stuff. So, what's your position like now?
So
What
my
type of work are you mostly doing?
Yeah, so mostly I'm the assistant manager of our rentals department and also assistant manager of operations. So um basically mostly I'm in the rentals world where I'm running gear around town to different studios in Blackbird or Nashville, sorry, or renting to literally anybody. We ship gear, we do it all. So I'm doing a lot of that. Like today my day was literally just packing one order, and it's a huge order for this thing. And so I do a lot of that, but I only started that job about 3 weeks ago. So it pretty new for me. Like my body's still adjusting to like waking up at 6:30 a.m. every day and going to bed at 10. So it's pretty weird, but I like it. It's cool. It's nice to have
That's
some
cool.
like stability, you know.
Oh, for sure. I'm sure you're meeting like cool people if you're going to different studios and dropping stuff off too.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I met someone the other day and I didn't realize it was like a big time celebrity until I left and like Googled who I thought it was and where they were from and was like, "Oh, that's cool."
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yo, Eric
Yeah, it's
popped in. Whoa, full 4 whole viewers. Amazing.
Oh man.
We're moving up in the world, Eric. We're moving up.
It says it says 5 to me. I don't know what Eric's talking about.
Whoa, Eric. You messed up the
Eric,
math.
Eric, you are 20% wrong, Eric. Actually, you're 80% wrong. What do you
80.
think of that, Eric?
Whoa.
Eric, Eric, answer.
He said yes.
That- no, thank you, Eric. Thank you for this contribution. Poodle. My poodle? I told you they're not mine. They're
They're
not
not
my
yours?
dogs. No. They're awesome. They're my roommates.
I'm making you move like you're. Oh, I was talking to Evan. He he had the great idea of getting multiple pictures of your face or
Yeah.
who's ever's on the show, and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
switch between like to make it look like you're talking or something. So it's like the different pictures are like different mouth positions. And
Oh, yeah, yeah.
yeah, I didn't take the time to do that. It's gonna have to be a
That's
later
cool.
development here,
It's all good.
but
Oh, he was talking about your poodle. My bad. You have a poodle.
a poodle. No, I don't have
Yeah,
a
yeah.
poodle.
What does Stella have?
She's a sheepdog.
Oh, really? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, she hasn't seen a sheep though.
Well, that's probably good for you, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, she probably want
She
to
go
stay with them. Yeah.
she go crazy. So dude, Evan is asking us if we have a favorite song of all time. A favorite
Oh.
song of all time.
Favorite. Oh, that's
What
a
about you,
tough
Jim?
one.
What about you? I guess
Favorites.
that's kind of periodical, right? Like that's subject to change, isn't it?
Oh, definitely,
Yeah, yeah.
definitely. I think for me, it's more albums. I remember
Okay.
I listened
But
to.
you gotta pick a song.
Oh,
One song.
oh, dang. Oh, no. What have I been listening to?
That's a good song, Evan. That's a really good song.
Oh, what's up?
Lucky. That's a super good song. Hell yeah. Okay, computer, right?
Oh, cool. Well, what do you think, Shannon? What's yours? I have to honestly, I'd have to go
Man.
through my Spotify.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm doing right now, actually.
Oh,
Dude, it's funny. Like I was really I've really been liking OK Computer lately, and um there's a song on there. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Kid A. There's a song on Kid A that I think it's called In Limbo. That's weird.
In
The first
limbo.
time I
Yeah, that
listened
sounds
to it, I was
familiar.
just like, "What is this?" But then I don't know. It's kind of the like Radiohead way, where like first listen, you're like, "What the fuck is this?" And
Yeah.
then the fifth listen, you're like, "Oh, that's pretty good." And then the 10th listen, you're like, "Oh my god, this is the greatest song of all time." So, um, man, I don't know. Greatest song of all time. I might have to say like, I might have to say like, some song off In Rainbows, like All I Need or Reckoner, maybe one of those for sure.
Cool, cool.
Yeah, In
Mm,
Rainbows was one of the first albums I heard where I was like, that's what I want to do for a living, you know.
yeah, it's so good. So good. So such good
Ev-
tones too.
Dude, yeah,
Insane
and
tones.
recorded so well. Evan, is OK Computer one of your is that one of your favorite albums by them, or what do you think?
Hmm.
Don't leave me hanging there,
Hmm.
Evan. Come on, man. Yeah, it's good. It's
Nah.
crazy. It's cool. Have you read about how that album like kind of left them so that was like their first album where they had split from their big record label or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
And then so they were able to do whatever they wanted. So they did, and then they toured for I think like 18 or 24 months. And I think it just left them like so sick and tired of each other and like their music and everything. So after that album, Tom York especially had like major writer's block and just bad depression, you know, and all that. And then Kid A is their next album. And there's a cool documentary. I think it's on YouTube. It's just some like fan made documentary, but there's a cool documentary about some interview with Tom York talking about OK Computer to Kid A and how that happened. And he's basically just like, yeah, it took me a long time to even want to work on music again. And then when I did not want to play guitar or piano, and I didn't want to sing. And it's just interesting to me, like Kid A is such a weird album, and it's like one of those albums where, like I'm a big Radiohead fan, but like the first many times that I heard that album, like what the fuck is this shit, you know? Um, but then you kind of like learn about it, and you're like, oh man, like that's amazing. Um, oh, Evan, yes, I did, and I downloaded all of it. Not downloaded, but I bought it whenever Radiohead did their whole like, we're gonna put this out, you know, because the guy's demanding money or whatever. But I ended up buying it, and you could like donate what you wanted or whatever. And I have it, and I've listened to not all of it. Obviously, it's a lot of music. It's like hours and hours, but a lot of it is just like jam sessions from that time period, and a lot of it is OK Computer era stuff. But man, it's cool. Yeah, it's really interesting.
Yeah. I remember
Whoever
when that
hacked,
popped up.
yeah, it's weird. Whoever tried to hack them or whatever, like it really backfired on them. You know,
Yeah.
like that didn't work out.
Not at all.
Dude, me and Evan got to hang out. Me and Evan are hanging out after this.
Cool, man. He's in the Discord. You could chat with him if you wanted to.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, dude.
yeah. Me and Evan, I
Yeah.
think we'd get along.
For sure, for sure.
But yeah,
Cool, man. Cool, man.
what's your favorite song of all time, John?
Oh, I decided it's me and Julio down by the schoolyard.
Okay, all right, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's
Good
my
old Paul,
cover of that. Yeah, dude,
old Paul
Paul.
Simon. Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm out. I'm kicked out.
Yeah, just me and Evan.
Yeah, fine.
We'll catch up with you later, dude.
Yeah, all right, all right. Yeah, man. What What else is cool? What's cool in Nashville nowadays? Is there like are there trends? Do you notice any like musical trends that are going on I don't know.
Man, I don't know, man. Honestly, like I'm in a band right now, based out of Chattanooga, but they play a lot in Nashville. Um, and dude, I just think that like I don't know. I think there's just a lot of music in Nashville. You know, there's a lot of young bands, and sorry, I think that honestly, I'm not too like engaged in it at this point in time. Like I just started a new job, you know, and I'm not like going out to the local bars or anything
Yeah,
to
yeah.
like catch these small artists and all that. But I don't know, man. I feel honestly a little disconnected from it. Um, and I'm not sure that I have any like interest in trying to connect myself to the Nashville scene. You know what I mean?
Oh, for
I think
sure.
I feel a little bit like when I go play Chattanooga, like it's so relaxed and casual, and people are like there to hang out and have a time. And then I feel like if I can just be candid, I feel like when I go out in Nashville, I feel like there's a lot of people watching and like maybe maybe um maybe seeing if you fit in with what they want you to be. And I don't think that I necessarily like enjoy that.
Yeah.
Oh, Chattanooga. No, no, no. I'm not saying the N word.
Oh.
Has he? Are all these people from the north?
The North?
Yeah, yeah. Shiv,
Shiv
where? You,
Jim? I think he wouldn't tell me. He said okay, here's what he told me. All right. He
yeah.
said he was in Afghanistan shooting off rocket launchers or something.
So Shiv is in the military. I mean,
Well, I think he was joking.
maybe,
Okay, he's
maybe
in
not.
Afghanistan. All right, it's confirmed now. It's confirmed. All right, all right. I'll
Are
believe
you
you
in the
now.
Are you in the military, Shiv Jim? If so, I guess you know. Like, thanks for your service, man. Appreciate it. I don't know why I laughed after that, but
I don't know. I don't know.
I
Was
don't know what that means.
the Princess Sparkle Squad? All right.
Shrooms.
It,
That's pretty cool.
yeah, they're top tier.
Yeah,
They find shrooms and get high.
cool.
I think he's just trying to say he plays Mario Kart.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's a good game though. That's pretty fun.
yeah. And he plays as Peach, obviously,
All right. Yeah, yeah.
or maybe Daisy. Maybe Daisy.
Daisy. Shiv Jim, you're
Yeah,
playing as Daisy? What the what?
yeah. I don't know what that's about.
Yes,
No,
really.
man.
Uh,
Chattanooga is a town. Chattanooga.
yeah. Oh,
It's a
what's the band
it's a
you're
town.
playing with now?
The band I play with is called Kerchief, based
Kerchief.
out of Chattanooga, I guess you would say.
What kind of music
Yeah.
are you guys doing?
So it's not my band. There's a girl named Britt that is like the front of the band. It's really like her project, and she used to be in a band from Ohio. Let me look up the name. But
It,
they were kind of a big deal. She
is it like
sorry.
country music? Is it
No, no, it's like independent, like indie rock with some
cool?
electronic elements. But
Very cool.
yeah, it's fun, man. Like I really joined it just to be like back into the swing, you know, like back in front of people and making sure I'm comfortable with that.
Oh, for sure.
Um but yeah, it's fun. Like we play a lot, and we've played a few shows in Nashville. They played more. Like I only joined a while ago and playing shows, but they've played a lot in Chattanooga. They play a lot in Ohio. They play a lot in Nashville. We were booked at Woodstock this year, but that fell through because of
Uh,
Woodstock falling through, I guess.
oh, I
But
didn't even know it fell through. And
yeah, I think it's
that's
like
cool.
I think
That's
it was
cool.
like I think it was out, and then they're like, "Nah, it's happening," and then they're like, "Ah, no, it's not happening again." So
Oh,
I don't know, whatever. I was
yeah,
just like, "Okay, cool." So am I going to New York in August or not?
yeah.
I guess
That's a
not.
long trip too.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
It'd be cool. What's your most hated genre of music?
Mm,
Uh, I don't know. Hated. It's a strong word, Evan.
that is quite strong.
Shiv was pretty quick. K-pop immediately.
I like J ska. That's my favorite genre. J ska?
Jazz ska.
No, uh Japanese ska. Japanese bands that play ska
Oh,
music.
oh my god.
Dude, it's like K-pop but way better.
Man, I don't know. Maybe like bro country. Probably bro country. Yeah, I just think there's no merit to that. Yeah,
Yeah, like
it's literally just like,
the
hey, I'm gonna
Red
make a
Solo
bunch of
Cup.
money. Yeah, like Florida Georgia line. Yeah, that stuff. I'm not down with that. I disagree with it fundamentally. You know what I mean?
What about that rap country fusion?
Yeah, I'm not into any of that.
Gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha.
Evan, bro country. Psytrance. I don't know. I'm not sure what that means. Like psychedelic trance music. Can you give me like an artist? What's an example of that, I guess? What would be?
Psytrance.
I don't know what that is. Play me a little psytrance there, John.
Oh, I will. Definitely. Did you
Is
you
that
probably
it?
didn't hear that in the
I
Discord.
no, I totally did.
Oh, it came through?
I totally did, and I hate it.
I can also do
Tons
this.
unilateral. Is that is that a unilateral pattern there?
Uh what? I don't know.
I know Shiv's throwing a lot of big words at me, just like, whoa, man. Like,
Oh. Yeah,
man, I don't
it's
know. Honestly, I don't really, I don't know. I don't like dive into, I don't know. I remember seeing like a big, like not a YouTube, but like some big thing on Reddit that was like the different types of electronic music. And it was like all these words, whatever. Um, that were just like trying to describe slight variations of music, and honestly it was just like, come on, like this is electronic music,
yeah.
like like
Gets real specific.
yeah, I know, it's like, holy fuck, why do you need it to be like independent gritty grime? You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like that might almost take away from the creative aspect when you're like writing a song. I guess it
Yeah,
could be good for learning though.
yeah, I don't know. I wonder. I just wonder. But you're right. It definitely makes me think of those artists as like guys that are like, cool. I'm gonna get home and set my metronome for 145, and there's gonna be this kind of kick drum, and then we'll see where it goes. It's
Yeah,
just like,
yeah.
I don't know. That's just not how I go about it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. How do you
Unmo-
go about it? Do you have like a method to the madness?
Um. I guess my method is that there isn't any. Like I really am a proponent of just like letting things kind of come to you and not trying not to seek them out while also not being lazy, I guess.
Hmm.
Um, but I don't know. Like I guess like talking to you is interesting because I think that you and I make similar styles of music where it's like, honestly, it sounds like you're making music for you. Like you're making music that you're gonna go home and enjoy, right?
Right, yeah.
And I think that's all you can do. Like I think at the end of the day, like you music should be something that like comes from you and makes you happy. And if other people like it, that's great. But if they don't, like, that doesn't mean that there's no merit to it. Like a bit, I guess, like, I guess if you want to say what's your method, like my method is to like at least touch an instrument once a day, you know? And if something happens and you maybe, you know, like while you're playing that instrument, if you're set up to get it into your computer, um, you know, then get it in and you've got an idea maybe and you can work off of that. But I never sit down to be like, okay, I'm writing a song and go. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just like it's definitely got to be something where you're like you got to be it's like what we were talking about earlier where it's, you know, your your best work probably comes from when you're thinking about it the least or trying the least hard, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um Shiv, that's a good question, man. Like making and performing music on drugs. Hold on one sec. I'm gonna turn on a light. I know you can't see me, but it's getting dark in my room and it's making me anxious. So I I guess it depends on your personality and how you how you go about like using drugs and what role those drugs play in your life, you know? Like I don't know, do you do drugs at all, John? I don't know if that's like a personal question for you to answer on video or anything. But
Viewers,
I
I like marijuana. Haha.
That's fun. That's cool. I honestly like I have definitely been a long time smoker of marijuana, but
Mhm.
when it comes to making music, it honestly just like makes me paranoid and overthink a lot. It makes me overthink a lot of things, and it honestly it puts me in my own head a lot. So I tend to stay away from it when I'm at least making music. Like if I'm performing, and it depends on, I guess it depends on the situation. Like if it's a big party, you know, it might be just the thing that makes you, like, have a really good time, but, honestly, like, to me, I think the answer would be, like, how what role are those drugs playing in your life, you know? Are you using them to, like, escape some things in your head that, you know, you know, there's something to that, but a lot of, like, life is, like, facing problems, so if you're going about your musical journey, like escaping problems, like you should probably be tackling those problems in your music. Like that's probably what it's for. So I don't know. I don't think that it's like a right or wrong thing. I think it's just like what kind of role are they playing, you know? And for me, the answer tends to be like, oh, when I smoke, I tend to like maybe be in my head a little too much. So I tend to like not I guess I could answer it by saying like I've been the most productive with music whilst not smoking weed. But there have been moments in my life where like things have been good and like I've been able to enjoy smoking weed and like use it to help my creativity. So I don't know. I think that's like a multifaceted question for sure. What do
Yeah,
you think,
those
John?
are great thoughts. Um, I think, well, I've been pretty stone cold sober the past for 3 to 4 months while writing music,
Uh-huh.
and I've been way more productive. And yeah, I used to think that I needed it to be creative. Like I think I used to sort of use it as a crutch in a way as I created music. So I think I've sort of come around to the notion that I don't need it. It can be good at times to create, but yeah, I've been doing pretty good and just yeah, without it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Final answer.
Yeah, it can be good to like let your, you know, to let your non-affected brain like work, you know what I mean?
Definitely. I'm excited to see how my music comes out with the unaffected brain. That'll
Dude,
that'll be cool.
honestly, honestly, I bet it's similar. I bet it's
Oh,
just
for
like
sure, for sure.
not similar, but I bet it's not far off to where it would be if you were using drugs, you know? I think it's just how you're gonna respond to it and how you're probably gonna, like, remember that time of working on it and how it, like, resonates in your brain.
Yeah,
That's
man.
that's how it works for me, like, for sure. Like, if I'm, if I'm sober, like, there's a long time where I was very sober and not doing anything, and I was really happy, and that was a positive thing for me, and thinking back on that time, it's like, "Man, that was really good." Like, I was very focused and, like, that worked for me at that point in time, but there's other times where it's like, I was definitely getting high from time to time and, like, feeling pretty good about it and using that in my music, and that's not a negative thing either. It's just, that time in your life, whatever.
Yeah, man. That's awesome. We have some more questions concerning this.
Yeah, I'm trying to decipher that. Can you help me out with that?
So, uh, is expressing the sadness paranoid music, which in turn could potentially affect individuals who listen to a good
Oh, I see.
decision?
I see. I see. I see.
So
You're
so if the
asking
bad
y
intentions are in the creative process, it'll
yeah.
transfer to the listener later on.
I think what he's getting at is, like, should you feel a responsibility as a creative to be careful about, like, the emotions that um, emote in your music and how that could affect
Mm.
people? I don't think so. I think that music should be, at least for me and the type of artist that I wanna be, I think that music should be a an outlet and, like, and a way to communicate something that is real to you, you know? And if someone listens to that and it makes them feel, um, I don't know. I think that because now you're making me think about people that, like, sing about suicide maybe, and then people, young people go home and listen to that, and then maybe they idolize that. So I don't know, maybe that might be irresponsible, but I guess I can only speak from personal experience, and for me, like, my music a lot of the times is about, like, realizing that the paranoia and, over complications in your mind are probably things that everyone goes through. So it's okay to feel that way from time to time. Like, it's okay to feel, it's okay to feel sad and depressed and like you're not living up to your potential, like, that's fine. So I don't know. I think that's a really complicated question. Like, to me, music should definitely be an expression of, like, your true inner self that you might not share in another, form. So if that reacts negatively with someone else, I don't think that as a creative, you should like, I don't think you should worry about that. I think that's gonna hurt your art, you know? Should an artist stay true? Absolutely. Like, yeah, for sure. I think that, like, earlier someone was asking what's your least favorite kind of music, and for me, the answer is, like, country, or to me, the answer is anything that doesn't, like, to me, the answer is anything that, like, makes me question its authenticity or its derivative emotion, you know?
Mm.
Like, if I hear a song and I'm like, "That's a good song," but I really doubt, like, the intent behind that, then to me, that's not a good song, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for
And
sure.
that might seem like a snotty answer or like a conceited mindset, but to me, like, music and the way that I have always appreciated music and the way that music's always, like, reached me the most is when I can listen to a song and be like, "Wow, that is, like, truly coming from some place from that artist and really resonates with me." And it might not be something that you can personally, like, relate to, but it can definitely be, like, wow, that is you know, that's true emotion and they're handling it in this way. And it's also like, you know, they're going through something that's serious and they don't know how to go through it. Like I'm going through other things that I don't know how to how to handle, and that's something that unites us, you know,
Yeah, man. Yeah, I
for
love that
show
answer.
prone.
Yeah, there's a lot for sure, for sure.
Oh yeah,
Um,
for sure, man.
yeah, dude, I love that idea. But also on the uh opposite spectrum of that, I've been loving just satirical satire in literature and music. I've been trying to sort of go towards that in a bit, in a way,
Yeah,
especially in my album. A lot of satire in that. So
I
it's like what is that? Does that connect sort of to like authenticity if you're being satirical? That's sort of a question I've been sort of thinking about. I don't know. What do you
um
think about that?
I don't know. I think that personally I'm not like a very satirical person. Like I'm not a I guess I guess I'm a bad person to answer that because I don't like I agree, Evan, like humor is great in music and I appreciate it and I'm definitely not opposed to it and it's not something that
Right.
I look down upon. But I think for me that's a hard question to answer because I'm not trying to answer any questions like I'm not trying to get that out from my creative
Right.
like
Yeah.
juices. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I don't know. I think that I don't know. That's a really hard question for me to answer
Yeah.
because
I got you. Yeah.
I'm not I don't know. I'm just not coming at it from that angle, I guess.
For sure. For sure. For
Why
sure.
what what makes you like want to go at it from that angle, you know? Like what do you get from that? Not to say that I don't think there's anything to get, but what are like in your musical, you know, life, like what are you what emotions or what are you getting from it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Huh. I don't know. I don't know. Hmm. I like the idea of someone listening and just uh yeah, just sort of laugh if they listen and like enjoying the music, but also like finding humor in it is good. If I can make someone
Yeah.
laugh by like a weird thing I say in a song, that could be pretty cool.
Dude, you made me laugh with Tornado Party for sure.
Awesome. I was hoping.
Well, I got
Yeah, dude.
busted out laughing at Tornado Party.
That's awesome. All right,
You
cool,
know what it
cool.
you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of Rick and Morty when Morty is singing, you know, and he like kind of yells a little bit.
Yes. Cool, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. That song comes from personal experience.
Tornado? Like
Yeah,
a
tornado parties. Yeah.
yeah. Like up there or down here?
Oh, not actual tornadoes.
Oh, okay. Cuz we have like real tornadoes here.
Oh yeah, that's crazy, dude. When was the last
Yeah.
tornado you guys had?
Um not too long ago, but dude, I've been in a tornado. I've seen a
What?
tornado. Yeah, it's crazy. My hometown in 2011 there were 3 tornadoes in one day.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah, it was wild. It's pretty crazy. So dude, back to the like humor and music thing. Is it a comedic thing? Like is it like the thing that like you think it's a thing of like, you know, like stand-up comics like they get something out of like getting a rise out of people from making them laugh or you know, something like that. Like
Yeah, that has a big part of that, definitely.
yeah. Yeah. I man, I don't know why I don't see myself doing that because you like you know me like I love to make people laugh in person and like
Yeah.
I'm definitely like a big prankster and jokester. I'm not a
You
very serious
jokester.
person. Yeah. I'm not a very serious person. Dude, you should just leave it on. It's
Yeah,
fun.
you're right. Yeah, I keep
It's
like.
it's not bugging me. I like it.
All right, cool,
Um
cool.
but I don't know. For me, like in music, I guess music is just something like very serious to me.
Mhm.
I don't wanna like maybe there might be some kind of thing in me where it's like if I write and finish a song, that's such a special thing. So I might not want to like risk one of those times in my life being like a joke. I don't know. That sounds kind of like I think about it too much.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like that that I'm not able to like get into that mindset. But I don't know. I'm totally not able to do it.
I gotcha, man. That's all good. It's all good, dude. So what are your if you were to write one song right this month, this week, you write a song,
Yeah.
what emotion would you want to be in that song?
Um Man, that's a good question. I think that I think that a big thing that I am like I guess like that to answer that question you would have to answer the question of like why do you write music in the first place, you know? Like
Right,
what
yeah.
do you want your audience to like feel? So dude, there's a song that like Tom York is involved in, and have you ever heard of an artist called Uncle?
Nah.
He's like an electronic artist, but he has a song with Tom York that's actually really old. I think it's like it might be even from the '90s. It's old. It's definitely back in time, but it's this weird like piano driven weird ambient rock song. But man, he's talking about like you know Tom York, his lyrics are just bizarre.
Yeah. Yeah.
But at the end of his song, he's got this like this big moment that comes in, and I guess it's weird. Can I talk about like literal music like
Yeah.
on this shit? Dude, yeah, dude, Shiva, yes, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Rabbit in your headlight or um but man, at the end of this song, he's got this moment where like everything's been in like this 12/8 meter, you know? Um yeah, he knows what I'm talking about. Um
Cool, cool.
Everything's been in this 12/8 meter, and then the
He
drums come
Googled.
in really heavy, and it's like 4/4, like, you know, that transition of like 12/8 to 4/4 where it's like, okay, now everything's like in triplet form, but it's 4/4. But
Yeah.
it's weird. And dude, he sings these notes and they're just so long and like epic. And he sings this one final note where it's like literally 25 seconds or so. Like he holds this vocal note and like while he's holding that note, like the bass just drops out, like the bass guitar, and then he finishes the note and the bass comes back in and it's just like really heavy. So man, like that, I don't know, something about that just like really gets me going where it's like, man, they're doing things that no other band would do energy wise. Cause like you would suggest that idea in a band and they'd be like, no, that's gonna kill the energy. But to them, it's like,
Mhm.
no, that's gonna make the energy. So that's something that I like am striving for in my music now, where it's like that's that's maybe like the opposite of what you would do to create some energy, but we're gonna try and make it like m be the energy, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's really cool.
I
That's
love,
really cool.
I love thinking about, like, energies in music and, like, the ability of, like, one instrument, like the bass guitar, like, where does that come in and where does that drop out, and how does that affect the energy? You know what I mean? I think
Yeah.
one thing Radiohead does really well is, like, a lot of the times the drums are very consistent, you know? And they don't change much, and all this stuff around them changes, and that like it's such a weird idea, um, but man, it just creates this like it's almost like the drums are this steady thing that's happening, and then all this emotion is coming from like chord changes and like volume differences and these other instruments and like the vocals and how they're like you know recited and all that. It's really cool. I like stuff like that where it's like, man, that's not conventionally like energetic, but like, man, that really is like hitting hard. It's cool.
Awesome, man. I'm gonna have to listen to that. It's Uncle Rabbit in the
Yeah.
Headlight.
Yeah,
Cool,
yeah, you
cool.
should check it out. It's cool. It's bizarre. You're right. It is a weird song, but man, it's good. Dude, this is off topic, but have you ever got into like Damon Albarn's like solo music at all?
Nah, who's that?
Man, he's the guy from the Gorillaz, Damon Albarn. He's like from
Oh,
he's the dude from Blur, and then he did the Gorillaz.
that guy. All right, cool.
He has really interesting solo music. He makes really good like sad indie music. It's cool.
All right, cool. I'll check that out.
Yeah, he's cool. He's
Yo,
good.
you know who you'd like? Arthur Russell.
Arthur Russell. I haven't heard of him.
Dude, his album World of Echoes or World of Echo, Arthur Russell. Well,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
passed
Yeah.
away in early 2000. I think he had some disease, but he was a cello player and like funk producer or something, I don't know.
Huh.
But his World of Echo album, awesome, dude.
Okay.
Check it
Hell
out.
yeah.
It melts my brain every time.
I definitely will. I've got him on I've got his Wikipedia up so you know it's the real deal.
Oh, that's the real deal, man.
Dude, Evan's on top of it. Evan's like, "Yeah, I know what you're talking about."
Yeah, dude.
Yep, that guy. That guy. Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely. He
Oh
was
yeah.
my cousin's uncle.
Well, Evan's an old man. Evan, how old are you? You're an old man. No, he's not that old. Sorry, Evan. You're not. Sorry if you don't like being called old.
He's an old soul. How
Oh,
about that?
yeah, old soul. There we go. You're an
Yeah.
old soul. He said Damien album Monkey Journey to the West albums is mad.
Mad.
All right, cool, cool. Check that out.
Wait, are you talking about is he talking about Arthur Russell?
I
Or
don't
is he
know.
talking
Oh, Damien. I don't know.
about
Monkey
Is it
Journey to the West. To the West. Monkey Journey to the West.
Did you just make that up? Monkey
Oh no,
Oh,
Evan said that.
he's talking about Damon Albarn. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Dude,
Damon.
I'm telling you, me and Evan are gonna hang out. Like,
Yeah, dude.
yeah, I'm gonna hop on one of those song a week things with you, Evan. That'd be sick.
You gotta do it. There's only one more, dude. You gotta hop on the last one.
What do you mean? There's only one more week?
He's doing one more. One final one. Then he's
Why?
going
Why
to
are you
do hard drugs.
like what?
Oh, I don't know. That's what he said once. So I'm gonna do this, then I'm gonna go do hard drugs.
3 left, he said.
Three left. Oh, three left. Oh, sorry, Evan. Oh, I bumped the mic. All right.
You're good.
Three left. There's three, everybody. I messed up.
You're good.
All
And
right,
then
cool,
hard
cool.
drugs.
Then hard drugs. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, dude. Yo, so, we're gonna have to sign off soonish. Soonish.
Okay.
Is there a good way to end? Good closer. What do you think? What do you think's a good closer?
I don't know, man.
Hmm.
It's your show, you know. I have no.
What? This is mine?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
Oh wait, fucking
I
my
got it
name's in
for
the title.
Christmas.
Wait, is this my show?
Yeah, this is your show.
Oh wait, dude. It says explain myself with me. So yeah, this is my show.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Play Ono his. Oh yeah. Shiv Jim coming in with the cool ideas. Is there a song that I could play on here that you'd like
Oh
people
boy.
to hear? I can
Oh
pull that
man.
up.
I don't know, man. Let me look.
Yeah, go
Let me
for it.
remember what songs I've worked on. Um Man, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I'm not. I'm just so out of the loop on some of this old stuff.
Or
Um,
even a song. What about one of the songs off your EP?
could do that. Play that song. Play Realign on the.
Realign.
Yeah.
Alrighty. I'm gonna have to do some studio magic here. I just have to route some stuff. All right, click the button. Clicking some buttons. All right.
God, dude, it's crazy like how so I guess like on the topic of like a song a week for me, like these were literally just things that I put together in Logic, you know what I mean? Um that weren't like I didn't record these at Blackbird, obviously. Let me just say that. Noah, you're mad late, dog.
Yo,
What's
Noah
up?
popped up. What's up, Noah? You said realign.
I can't unmute myself. You I you want to hear my reaction? That's cool. I'm down with that. I feel like it's gonna be weird. Like there's gonna be a delay, right?
What are we doing?
I don't know. He's saying he wants to hear my reaction to one of my songs playing in a live stream.
Uh, you can. Shit, you got sucked into the Wii. Yeah, I'm not sure, but so you said realign?
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
this on YouTube?
Yeah, it is.
YouTube on the YouTube.
It has
YouTube.
a. It's the.
Oh, I found it.
It's a.
Oh, that's I
Yeah.
put that in the playlist. There's a little playlist where I put
Oh,
videos from the guests of the show.
oh
Cool,
man,
cool,
that's nice
cool.
of you. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I'm not like a like a real artist, and I have shit on
What?
Spotify.
You're a real
Sorry.
artist, man. You make songs, dude. Okay, let's see if this worked. Let's see
Oh,
if it
thanks.
worked.
Thanks, Shiv. That's nice of you. Don't expect too much, I guess. Out of quality. Yo, I am how many views? 65 views away from 3,000 on my channel.
Oh, that's cool.
That's not bad. That's like 1,000 a year or something like that. Oh wow, there it is. You like that Ebo, John?
That's an Ebo?
Yeah, yeah.
That sounds cool,
Hell
dude.
yeah.
Oh, put on your effects while we talk during this.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. that slaps. Dude, I love the
Thanks.
ARP. I love how the ARP goes with the dynamics of it. Go.
Yeah, yeah.
What was that sound when the ARP and that like reverby distorted sound going at the same time? What was that other instrument?
That's probably an ebo, like
That was the
probably a
Evo.
guitar with an ebo.
That's awesome.
Thanks, thanks, Evan. Yo, thanks. I really appreciate that. That's really cool. Thanks for like listening through that. Like being patient enough. Like I've played that for like my girlfriend's a she's an engineer and like she works on music all the time. And we were going through some of my music before and we were listening through and like talking about maybe re-recording a lot of it and she's like we listened to that song and she's like, I wonder if you could make like the intro shorter or something. I was like, I don't know. I kind of like it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I totally get that. Like it's definitely not a song you would want to put on the radio or something. But that's kind of me. That's what I go for. Like
Yeah, for sure.
that's what I
It's
get
an
out of it.
awesome track though. Like yeah,
Dude,
we don't need the
thanks.
radio.
Yeah.
Radio is outdated, man.
Yeah, man. That's for the man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks, Evan. I appreciate it. And Noah, appreciate that. Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
dude.
that one is like definitely that's one of the ones I can go back on and be like, man, I was really in a good headspace when I wrote that. Like definitely achieved. John, like I guess you could comment on this too, but like sometimes you set out with this vision when you start to then sometimes you get to the end of it and you're like, man, I really did not get to where I was like originally. At some point you get sidetracked, but for that one, like I got all the way through it and was like, man, that was really, really what I was going for. And it's cool. It's a good feeling. And it's interesting that like the I guess the lyrical direction of that was based on a video game that's like based on geography. So it's kind of weird.
Yeah, man. That's awesome.
But dude, that's really nice of you to like play one of my songs.
Yeah,
That's
of
cool.
course. Of course. It's all give it up for Shiv Jim though. I wouldn't have thought of that if he didn't say anything.
Thanks, Shiv. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you all for like checking it out and like being supportive. That's nice.
Yeah, man. Well, listen, dude. Listen, dude. This has been a great talk. This
Yeah,
has been
man.
awesome. It's
I've really
cool.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, dude.
Thanks
You
a
wanna
lot.
end this with by making noises? You wanna put your weird effects on and we can just make a bunch of weird noises simultaneously?
Dude, let me see if you can hear this real quick.
Oh, yes I can. That's awesome. Holy shit, are we
Thanks.
about to jam via
Thanks,
stream
Shiv.
right now?
Shiv, thank you.
Are we about to stream
Thanks,
jam?
Evan. Evan, we'll hang out later, man. We'll hang out.
Cool, cool. Wait, can you hear the drums?
Hold on.
That might be difficult. I
Yeah,
need.
I got you.
Oh, you got me? Oh. Wait, I need something more weird though. Yeah. Well, that's cool. I don't know how well that worked, but
Dude, release it. Cut
yeah,
it up. Let it out. It doesn't matter.
It's coming out soon. Coming to your local doorstep. Oh yes, Jamaican music.
Dude, John, thanks again for having me. It was really good. We should do it again.
Yeah, dude. Let's do it, man. I'm gonna click the button, but then we'll continue talking because that thing's still going. But
Cool.
anyway, see
Yeah.
all the
Thanks.
people. See ya,
Yeah.
peeps.
Thanks everyone. Appreciate it.
See ya.